Stuff has changed the way everything works.
Sure. I mean, two abiding memories I have from watching the show is the large hologram of Richard Burton's voice speaking, which is very clever. I'll ask you about that. And the fighting machine on stage, which is the Martian fighting machine. They seem to be the two big props that stick in my mind.
Well, I guess they're very iconic. Anybody who knows the album knows that Richard recorded the role originally, and we were thrilled to be able to bring him to life, so to speak.
Yeah. Is he irreplaceable, do you think? Do you ever see his role being replaced?
Well, I think it's not so much replacing his role. If anything, what we possibly might do in the future is to do like a new generation recording, where we compare the artists of the day with those, and it might be an interesting thing to do. But at this moment, Richard's our man, just as Justin and Chris Thompson, who were on the album with me, are still touring with us. So it's a mixture of the old original artists. I don't mean old in age, but just in the original form, and each time we tour.
Yeah. I mean, apart from the obvious great sounds, it's a very visual event too, isn't it? There's lots going on. Is that difficult to control when there's so much going on?
Well, one of the things that I think we have found that has appealed to audiences and the critics is the way that we've synchronized everything. And it comes down to technology. Time code is the technology that links everything together. So the time code links all whether it's the holographic performance of Richard Burton or our Martian fighting machine that you just mentioned, which is quite an engineering feat. It's over 35 feet tall, weighs just past 3 tons, and as it lands on stage about half an hour into the story, firing its heat ray at the audience and scanning them with its bug-like eyes, that too is linked to a time code, amongst all the other things that have become part of the production. But the band, the Symphonic String Orchestra, myself as the conductor, that time code is translated into a click, which is in our in-ear monitors, that we hear not only the sound of the music and the live performances, but we hear this click, so that everything is in perfect synchronization.
Right.
And it gets even a bit trickier than that, Peter, just to explain, because Richard, of course, has a holographic performance and linked to the time code. He's in the precise place, obviously, 77 times in the show. He never is late, he's never early, he's dead on time. But the guest artists who are live on stage, and in several parts of the show, they're actually performing with him now. We've advanced the technology of the motion capture hologram to where he's turned to them when in the scenes that he's in with them. And they have to be in the right place, otherwise they could be either talking over him or huge pregnant pauses because they haven't gotten their cues and their timings right.
Do they have the time click in there?
They have the same clicks. They have a mix of the music, which we're all performing live, and some of them have specific cues which are particular to their needs, which we create for them so they can hear anything that they particularly want. So the role of Beth, the parson's wife, is a tricky entrance note.